2015 movie called Run All Night, star-studded cast with Liam Neeson, Ed Harris. Let me read the thing. Joel Kinnaman. I've seen him in a bunch of stuff, and he's good. And Common, I haven't seen him in a bunch of stuff, and he's actually pretty good as well. Okay, so it's really kind of a simple premise. It's about an aging drunk hitman who kills his boss's son, who is trying to kill his son. Simple premise, but believe me, they wring every ounce of it out. Every ounce of it out. You get a lot of scenes with these characters interacting with each other, pre-conflict. And so you understand there's like a brother relation, like co-worker, brother, I've known you for years kind of thing. And so that gives you emotional stakes in the characters when some characters start dying. And so I thought that was done really well. However, there's a silly slow-mo shot in the beginning in particular that I really didn't like. I really, really didn't like. It's a flash forward. I hate those. Also, there was another thing where they would do these sweeping shots, either go like from street level up to Manhattan skyline and then back to like another street level shot, or like from skyline level to street level, and it's just a big swooping shot. It's obviously done by AI, and I really didn't like it, or however they made it, CGI. It was just too I don't know, fast, and because every other shot, like every other scene, was very claustrophobic. You're inside a tiny New York apartment. You're inside a tiny bar. You're inside a cab. You're hiding inside a bathroom. You're hiding inside a closet. Everything else was very claustrophobic in the film, and then you have these big sweeping shots, and I really didn't like that. But I mean, that's really an editing decision, and after reading all the news stories, you'll see it's like, oh, he's clearly better at editing than most everybody. Yeah, that's true. So I hate those kind of shots. Yeah, the claustrophobia really worked in the film. I really liked it, whether it's, like I said, a boxing ring, inside a cab, fighting inside a bathroom, warrior style. It's good stuff. And, because you have all these, emotional stakes in these characters, which, I mean, it took a while to, like, set the scene in the first act before the conflict beginning in the second act. So, I mean, it's good because you have emotional stake in how, this father and son relationship. I always knew you're a hitman and a jerk and so forth. But, I mean, and because of that, that's what makes the claustrophobia work in terms of, like, creating a palpable sense of fear, palpable, what's that called, like anticipation of Chekhov's gun. Chekhov is going to pop around the side and drop the weapon. I don't really understand the Chekhov's gun metaphor. Anyway, there's a scene where they evacuate. They're looking for these two guys in one building in Manhattan, residential building. So the cops come in and say, okay, we're looking for these two guys. Yes, they're armed and dangerous, but we're going to evacuate the entire building. Like, in the middle of the night. Do the police really do that? Seems like a fire hazard. Oh my God, the building's now on fire. Now the alarms are going off and everyone really does need to go out. It's like, oh, well, way to get ahead of it, officers, I suppose. Anyway, for some reason that scene irritated me. I don't know how, like, protocol is in New York for chasing two armed people into a building filled with hundreds of people and say, hey, we got to get all the people out. I don't know. It seems silly to me. Here's what's funny is, like, Liam Neeson uses a revolver in the movie. And maybe I'm just autistic in this regard, but, whatever you do, don't try counting the rounds. Because they always say, it's like, oh, well, he must have reloaded in between scenes. It's like, oh, okay, fine. But, it really irritates me when it comes to films and they, he doesn't reload when he needs to. You see one reload on screen, and by my count, he still had two more rounds in there. And so it just bothers me. I understand when you're doing an action movie and you give, like, a main character a revolver, there's plenty of scenes that may get cut. It's like, yeah, he fired 2 rounds here, but we're going to cut this scene where he fired another 2 rounds there, 3 rounds here, and later in the movie we're cutting that out. So you put it all together, and it's like, he just reloaded when the camera was cutting. And so, I don't know why that bothers me or how difficult that must be to get correct on film. Anyway, but then, if you're sitting there worried about how many rounds are in the revolver, and then all of a sudden at the end of the movie, you start caring about every single round of the Winchester, it's like, oh, only 4 of them, loads 2. I don't have time, he's on the move, I don't know. It's like, and then every single round counts at the end. It bothers me. It's like you focus on that. That being said, it is an incredibly well acted movie. Ed Harris has an intensity, that is really kind of terrifying in this film, and I think it did really well. Liam Neeson, he usually plays that kind of terrifying guy, but I think Ed Harris did a better job at it in this movie. Liam Neeson's character is more like a screw up, a drunk, a hitman that hasn't been used in a while, and I don't know, it's a little bit more like, hopeful a character, trying to turn a new page or become a better person somehow, considering all the awful things he did and trying to make things right with his son. It's different kinds of characters for Liam Neeson, and a really good performance by Ed Harris. And Common, who must have had fun with that role. That must have been a fun role to play. To play like a rival killer who just operates a little differently, Anyway, Run All Night, 2015 movie, 10 of 13 stars. Like I said, I hate flash forwards. I hate those sweeping transitions. That stuff really killed it for me, but the story, even if it is a simple premise, was excellently done from start to finish, because it drew you into the relationship that these characters had before the crisis in the second act. Really damn good movie. 10 of 13 stars.
The madman loves you all, from the big to the small.